SAP Business Objects. SAP has a standard shipped to customers with a large set of objects in its database. So these are called object types, which are pretty much kind of object class as the common terminologies which are used in other programming languages such as .NET or Java. So in SAP, object class are called object types. And you can see the big set of object types in SAP by means of going in from the Business Object Builder. And the transaction code for Business Object Builder is SW01. So this is O, not 0, just note that. So I'm going to go in and show you how you can find objects and the methods of those objects, which may from time to time required by you for various purposes, whether to do your assignment or whether to just understand a bit more what are the objects that are there. So let's click and we go in. When you're here, don't choose the specific objects because you wouldn't know. Click on Business Object Repository, which will then bring up, and you select all object types. This will then bring up the full hierarchy of all the object types which are available in SAP. Okay, here you are. You are now looking at the hierarchical structure of all the different objects. You can go into each sub-levels, which will then show you the specific objects under each hierarchy. For example, you're gonna for this no, this is not a good example. Let's go to, for example, sales distribution, and under sales distribution you go to sales. You would see, for example, say customer quotation, for example. So this is a typical example of an object. You can double click it and then you will see that these are the components of these object types, and inside you will see the methods which are available for this particular object type. Okay, for example, for this customer quotations, you can see that it has a method called send mail. It has a method called change, all right, which allows you to change the quotation. It also has a method called create from data, and things like that. So and some of the other methods which are pretty kind of more system defined kind of thing, right? So this is pretty short how you can find out what methods are available with a particular object. I go back. Now sometimes you may not know exactly what is the object name and you want to search for it, and this is the way to do it. You can use this find, right? So to do you click on it and you say find. Let's say, for example, if you want to find quotation, for example, right? So you can search for quotation and say find in the whole hierarchy. You click find. Here you go. This is first instance, and you can click on find next to find some more. And you can see that there's another instance. Oops, is this the same instance? I think it's the same instance. Oops, so I think you have to go back to the top level first. Make sure you're at the top level and then you find next. Now you can see that it goes to this another hierarchy, another sub-hierarchy. It finds another instance in another sub-hierarchy which is under the IDOC, right? This is a different type of kind of a quotation, and then you can find some more, and you can now see that under the accounting hierarchy you have another instance of another objects which is called accounting sales quotation. And here under another different hierarchy again you can find is a proxy to customer quotation for CRM and things like that. So you can see that there are actually multiple different types of quotations for different purposes or different functions within an organization. So, and this is the one that we have just visited just now. Okay. And this is yet another one which is more for purchasing. You can see that it goes under the purchasing hierarchy, right? And there's a vendor quotation also. So that's it. So you can see based on certain keyword, you can search within the whole hierarchy of the object repository to see whether there's any object of certain names that you might be looking for. And then once you found it, you also need to make sure that you are looking at the object type which is under the right hierarchy for your purpose. And then you can then double click on the object, right? So let's say for example, you can double click on this one if this is the one you're looking for, and go inside, look at what are the methods there. And then once you know that these are the methods that is available and you're good to go, and then you can then use this object for whatever purpose you need to do. For example, to map it to the task of the workflow that you may be creating.